Hi everyone, Shauna Noel here. I am doing a follow-up video from a planner video I made very recently. If you haven't checked this out, I'm going to go ahead and link to that video in the description below. But what I wanted to talk about is how I used inspiration from this planner page and brought it over into my Bible journaling. And I talked in that video about how I discovered some new color combinations and just kind of allowed my creative process to be free because it's in a planner. For some reason I feel more freedom in there. In my Bible journaling, I know that this is something I want to have impact. I want it to document my walk. It kind of is some pressure sometimes. I allow that to build up. And when we have pressure, sometimes it can take away our creativity. So I encourage you, if you're feeling that way, to kind of give yourself a creative exercise like the planner to kind of have that freedom and then bring that inspiration over into your Bible. So I'm working through the I Am Devotional Kit, which again I'll link in the description below. I had some paint that I mixed up together to kind of create the same blue that I saw in that butterfly from my planner. I also printed those butterflies, which I will also link below. They're by Jess, and I'm obsessed, as I've already confessed. And I printed them in black and white because I thought that might be a fun twist. I just wanted to play with that again. I'm always up for creative exploration, I guess, and kind of discovering new things and new processes and new color combinations. Like, that to me is super inspiring. And so the idea of doing that with printables and printing them in black and white and seeing what that looks like, it inspires me. And because they're printables and digital, you can print it as many times as you want for your personal use, and I can use it in my planner and my Bible and print it in black and white. Like, go crazy, ladies, like, go crazy. So I put down some of that blue that I made, and when I first put it down I thought it was a little dark, so I took the baby wipe and kind of smeared it a little bit, and now I'm just adding a little bit of white because I love white in paint, and I just think it kind of adds a little pop and it doesn't make it so dark, and that's kind of what I was going for. So I'm just going to add a little bit of heat with my heat gun to the top of it to kind of help set it a little bit, because I'm super impatient and I want to put the sticker right on top of it. And I know if I do that when it's wet, it's gonna be a hot mess. And so as you can see, I also have a really bad habit of touching my art to see if it's dry, because I'm like, can we move on to the fun stuff, and let's go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the butterfly that I want to use. My first instinct is to use a giant one, but I pull myself back a little bit and use a medium-sized one. And I just love these printed in the black and white. I want to experiment with them a little bit more and use them in different ways. I just think there's so much we can do with these. Butterflies has been a huge theme for me throughout this kit. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've used like a butterfly washi on this at every one of my layouts. I've just used butterflies a lot, and I think it's like the idea of transformation and change and new life. And so I thought these would be perfect to use. There's not a single butterfly in the actual kit, so I don't know where this like theme got started for me. But I've been loving the journey and the commentary that Melissa's given us through her devotionals so much, and just that idea of transformation keeps coming to mind for me. So I love the blue, I love the white, but I'm also wanting to have some additional butterflies on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut two smaller ones out since I've already picked my feature one, the kind of the one that I want your eye drawn to first. So I'm gonna cut these smaller ones out, and I love how this one turns out. So I have it kind of floating off the blue and the white, and I think that is a better overall cohesive, I don't know, balance for me, I guess. And so that's something that I've learned in this page already, is that I love these butterflies with just a little bit of paint underneath. So that's something I can take away and use in my next page. And that's what you'll see me do, is I'll take things that I learn and things that I see that I like, and I'll move them over to my next page, because that's what art is, you guys. Sometimes I hear people saying, well, I'm gonna do this when I'm really good at art. Well, this is how we learn about what we like in art and what makes our heart sing and what makes us smile and what creative processes we do. Is each page that you do, you take something away from it and you learn. None of the pages are you like, every page from here on shall look like this because this is now all I do, right? We learn and we grow and we expand and we try different things and we have creative play, and that's what's so amazing about art. So I decided to add a little bit more white to this because I love the look of that lower one, and I just wanted it to be a place where I can do some journaling and not have it get lost in that darker color. I'm also going to go ahead and add some watercolor like splatters here, and I love the brush that comes in the kit for the splattering. It's not really great if you want to do some detail work or anything like that. For splattering though, it holds a lot of ink and it just is a hot mess, and that's what I like in my splatter. So I'm just kind of mixing in a color here that I like. That darker aqua is still kind of what I'm wanting to draw out. And I'm loving how this is looking. I love how it just kind of pulls all three of those butterflies together, pulls your eyes up across the page, also helps give it that artistic look. And again, the bottom one is still my favorite, so that is something I'm going to know going forward, is that I really like that look. I'm also loving these black and white butterflies, so note to self, I need to print more. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat it with a heat gun, because I don't know if you're like me, but I'm left-handed and those splatters would be everywhere if I tried to work on top of them. Like my hand would smear them all if they didn't already. So I'm just gonna apply the heat really quick. But one thing I do want to say also is that the process through these kits is something that's so interesting to watch. So I encourage you to log on to Instagram or Facebook. And in our Facebook group, we do have a thread where everyone posts their layouts for each of the kits for the month. And so everyone's is kind of in one spot. And then on Facebook, you can just follow the hashtag, or on Instagram, sorry, the hashtag IF_IM for this kit. And it's so fun to see the process through this kit. Like some people struggle to get started, but then once they get started, it's like you can't stop them. And then other people maybe start a little slower, and then it's like they're super on fire for the process going forward. And it's just amazing to see. And I want to encourage you guys to get on there and encourage others through each of the kits, because learning and growing and diving deeper isn't always easy. Sometimes it's hard, but we can all be there for each other. And that's what's awesome about the online community. So I went ahead and added some of the stamps from the kit. Also obsessed with that flower from Melissa. The double flower is my favorite one. Like, I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but I totally do. I love having it hang off the page like you saw me do. I love the whole one. Like, it's just my favorite. I'm completely obsessed. And I also really like it just black and white. Like, I like having color underneath it a little bit sometimes, but it's so stunning black and white. I just love it. So to bring in some of the pink from the kits, I'm gonna go ahead and do my words in the letter stickers from the kit, which are quickly disappearing because I'm loving them so much and I haven't been hoarding them. I'm so proud of myself. So as I'm pulling letters, I'm kind of wanting to pull some that have that blue color that I'm using, but then also mix it up with some of the pink so it kind of mixes and matches really well. And at first I was just going to do the strong, but I decided to do the I am as well in these letters, just because I was loving the delicate touch it was giving this otherwise darker layout. And so I'm loving this, but I do notice that I've now created, just from an artistic standpoint, this little blocked in white space underneath the word strong and above the word, or above the butterfly, next to the flower. In there's some paint and paint splatters, but it's kind of like a trapped white space. And just from an artistic standpoint, that is something that I want to go ahead and take care of, because that is a place that your eye is going to get stuck. So for me, a really easy way to take care of that is to do some of my journaling in that space. So that's what you'll see me do. But I just want to explain, sometimes we're like, okay, well that's just where she decided to put the journaling. But yes, but the reason why I decided to put the journaling there is because I've created that trapped white space, and I don't personally like that. And so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is fill that in with a little bit of journaling. I will also use the space below to journal, but I wanted to kind of break that up a little bit for that. So as you can see there, by even just adding journaling, even though it's not a strong design element, it does kind of take care of the problem area right there for me. Also adding journaling below, I don't always use like super neat journaling handwriting, obviously, like as you can see, but I don't mind that. Like, I love kind of sloppy journaling writing. It kind of goes with that mixed media artistic approach. I can read it. That's what matters to me, is that I know what it's saying. I kind of try out some stickers here. I didn't like the arrow anywhere, but I do like this gray sticker along with the blue flower tab, which again, I was trying not to hoard that one, so I'm proud of myself for using it. And then I once again turned to my WordFetti for the title. I'm completely obsessed with WordFetti. I don't know about you guys, but it just seems to be the answer to everything in life. Now, looking at this together on the video, I'm noticing that if I wanted to pull some pink down to that lower butterfly, I absolutely could. So that might be something I go in and add later. But I'm showing you this process from, you know, a completely authentic, this is how it kind of got started process. And I notice that sometimes after I take a picture of something or after I see a video of something, I'll then go back and change something later because you don't always see it in the moment, and that's totally okay. I consider all my entries like a work in progress. They're never completely done. I do add some pink stickers from the sticker kit here, which I do think helps a little bit to kind of pull that in there. And I do put those on my page in a triangle, as you saw. So there's one on the top, there's one in a little bit by the butterfly, and then one completely to the left. So sometimes people ask me, like, when I do that, it looks like a kindergartner, but I'm now explaining to you that even though those look kind of random on the page, there was a visual triangle that I was trying to create there. So that's it for this page. I love how it turned out. I was a little nervous at first that I wasn't going to love it because of that dark blue, but it all came together when we added that paint, kind of balanced out the color and added the softness in with those letters. But most of all, I love the message behind this, and kind of the visual elements that I was able to capture with those butterflies really brought me back to where God had me in my heart through this devotional and through his message that Melissa has been sharing with us, which has been so much fun. If you would like to join us in Bible journaling or through this Bible journaling monthly kit, I'm going to go ahead and link to those in the description below. And then make sure to subscribe to our videos. We put up new videos all the time, and I would love for you to be a subscriber. We love our subscribers, so if you already are one, thank you so much. And make sure to give us a little like, a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon, and thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful day.